Well, welcome to episode 33 of FPL Top Dogs, and we're looking at game week 38, the last game of the week of the season. And I'm absolutely thrilled that this whole mess will be over soon. And I'm already looking forward to next season in regard. I'm even looking at who I'm going to have in, who am I picking, who are my dead certs, and I'll hopefully try and show what I'm at the minute. It's all dependent on what happens with Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea. Will he stay on? Possibly now with Xavi Alonso coming in. So we'll see how that goes. And other things, who will stay in the league? Will Elliot Anderson, will he go to City? Will he go to Man United? I'm sure he'll move. We'll see about João Pedro as well at Chelsea. He's miffed off that he didn't make the World Cup for Brazil. So he's already thinking about Barcelona. And we've had the England squad announced, which is amazing. It's absolutely mind blowing. The players that he's left out, Tomas Tuchel. I'm not so sure. Well, he knows his people. He's obviously got his favourites like Gareth Southgate had, and he's his own man. So let him get out there, and he's not going to bring Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not going to bring Phil Foden. He's not going to bring poor old Maguire from United, and he's not going to bring the other dude, Cold Palmer, as well. So there's some very, very interesting omissions for England, and we'll have a look at that. And all this will lead then into the next season of FPL, and I'm already looking forward to it. Can't wait until, I don't know, sometime in the last week of June. It'll definitely after the World Cup. The World Cup starts on the 11th of June, where we see Mexico play South Africa in the first game. I think that's Thursday. And you do think that the World Cup will last at least 3 weeks. So it could even be somewhere mid-July. Before the game updates and relaunches again. But yeah, this season's over and dusted, 1.24 million, very, very disappointing. I've really gone backwards over the last while. Things, like transferring out Altara, and he gets a brace in 37, game week 37. And then what's the other crack? Leaving Morgan Rogers on the bench for that 12-pointer destroyed me. I have no chance now of probably getting in that top 15 of FPL Top Dogs through the Christy Nic Pub Fantasy League. We'll have a look at the league as well. I've organised the leagues. There'll be a snapshot every game week 38. We'll see for the next season and this season. It's basically you finish how you are, but then everybody goes their different ways for next season. Depending where you finish in the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League, you will be designated into one of 5 leagues. Number 1 being FPL Top Dogs, and you need to keep in the top 15 to be safe. And call yourself a top dog, an official top dog for the year. Never mind, just try to grab a top 10 Top Dogs hat, for the first 10. People collect them here and there, and I'm not chasing people around now anymore. But I'll do what I can. If you want a hat and you did finish, then I'll provide you with a hat. But some people want the merch more than they it's just that people won't fly home from wherever they are in the world to get a bloody hat. Come on, I know that. But somewhere down the line, we'll all meet up, and if I owe you a hat at the end of the year, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I've got to even do last year's hats. Unfortunately, I've still got to do Joey Neenan's hats, and now I've got these hats to do for this year coming. So I'm going to be totally swamped in hats the way things are going. So this is the game week 38. Can't wait for it to be over. So let's share, and we'll see what we have in store. I'm the guru here to take you through, here based in County Mayo, west of Ireland, and I run FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis. And of course, we have the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League, which is our league where our community are all in, 85 of you. and there's prizes and trophies and all sorts, and bragging rights and the whole lot. And now we have a new league format. So I'll explain more, and I'll go through the whole shebang then. But let's get into this quick. 10 to 9 on the 22nd of May. Wow, I'm totally disillusioned with the whole format of the game. But since I've clicked on to the Sun Dream team, I do the Sun Dream team. I'm a proper player in this, you know. Okay, my rank is 13,700 odds, but that's out of about 500,000 players. And I'm consistently in and around that. So I love to finish a top 10K again. But they don't keep the records or the history or anything. It's just like every season's a fresh and new. But there's loads of prizes, loads of bits and pieces. And in the Sun Dream team, you do get 11 players, and that's it. You can have a different formation, 5-2-3, or you can, 4-4-2 or 3-4-3, whatever. And you just have to make sure that your players are playing the games, and you got to keep an eye out for the injuries or suspensions because you have no subs in this game. There is a chip I think you can use for 12th man, so you can pick anyone in the whole. Doesn't matter about money; it can be anybody you want to pick. So yeah, I'm big into this. So unfortunately, fourth. I've won this thing 3 times out of the last 5 years. It looks like it's going to be 3 out of 6 now because Wayne is going to win his second, I think. Well, what do you call it? Red Bridge Cup in the Sun Dream team. This is the standings. So he's well ahead there. I've been totally goosed this season. I just didn't get the breaks like I normally do. Didn't make many mistakes. It's just the guys here just picked these dudes and were clever, and they got on some good tries, and they're just probably more into it. The standards really ramped up, and Vince can't win again. Well, I'm not going to win there, Sam, am I? So just to try to finish top 3, get a couple of quid prize money, get in for free again for next year, and we'll have another crack. So if you do want to get on there, you can contact me or message me on Vince Wega 171074 on YouTube or WhatsApp, or give it a go, and I'll explain. I could even do an episode and see if anyone wants to go down that road. But yeah, that's the crack now. The only thing about this now is that after this game week, the only games left will be Crystal Palace. I forget, are they Real Valenco or something like that? And Arsenal versus PSG. So I think anyone's a Palace players will have a double game this week. I'm sure of it. I think it is or is it the following week? I'll have to have a look at that. But only Arsenal now have game week 38 in the Sun Dream team. You go into Gabriel here, and it's just what do you see? Full profile. So it's just like gives you the fixtures and the what's left, and this is Palace. So Palace versus Arsenal. So that's what they have left, but they're one of the only teams that has a game left as well. So I'll be doing is I'll be using my 4 free transfers and then get 4 Arsenals and try and pick something different to what Sam has or whoever the other do. The other players in the league, Brightman, and no hope with Wayne. I think Wayne and Brightman are through, so that's the update there. Okay, so we're going backwards, I suppose. Going to a bit of news with this would be very interesting now with Arne Slot and this decision with Salah. A lot of people want to take a punt since his last game. It's a shame the way the whole thing's ended for Mo, but Mo has been outspoken in the past, especially about signing contracts and this and that. In previous, very bullish and peevish and prickly when he wants to be, and he normally gets what he wants, and he's been the focal point of that team for so long. It's kind of a shame. Like it's like the end of an era with Mo Salah, especially with FPL. How many times do we have Mo, Firmino, and Sadio Mane? at many times have the three of them there in FPL, and they just wiped the three of them nearly 40 points, 50 points. And those were the days when, attackers were king. Now we're living in a universe where defenders and defensive midfielders and number eights rule the roost now. There's probably only two or three strikers in the league outside of Haaland that anyone will pick anymore. Everyone's going to put their hope in Asula from Newcastle, and he doesn't even take penalties. So next season, there's like four you can, apart from Haaland, Thiago, DCL, Asula. I suppose Bowen will still be a striker there, which just not consistent enough. And yeah, Thiago, DCL. And I was thinking about Watkins as well, but I'm not even sure. Watkins is another just hot and cold dude. And it's been the story the whole season. These guys, hot and cold. Do you catch them at the right time? You don't. They're dropped. You miss out. It's just the most frustrating season. If you look at the total points this season scored, just barely like 350 down at last year's champion. We are at the moment. I'm telling you, without the DEFCON, there'd be no scoring or no points or whatever. Because people wouldn't pick the DEFCON dudes, and people would be trying to be picking more attacking players. But the Poros of this world have failed and been rubbish. Who was good? Digne has been no good from Villa, really. Minte's been up and down here and there. A goal here is not. It's not good enough. It's nothing near the races. Diouf from West Ham was all mooted. Has this amazing crosser and assist merchant. None of these guys paid back. Even Munoz, he's been out for a while, injured here and there, but doesn't get DEFCON. So we would have been picking those sort of guys if we didn't have DEFCON this year. But if we were, we'd have even less points. So I like the DEFCON. It's in different facets, and yeah, possibly I do think you should get an extra def point if you get over 20. If a defender gets bloody double 10, if he gets 20, I think you can tear it up a bit. So that's where I'm with Mo. So well done, Mo. He's been a great guy. He's if you're a Liverpool fan and just a general football fan, you've got to say Boulabus to the dude. And well done, King Mo, the Egyptian king. From a United fan as well. But I'm an FPL fan first before all this get up. Sure, for the last few years, since I've been doing this pod, I've been, the other way. Well, I'm not going down the road, guys. I can't go down that road in this pod. I can't waste 20 minutes talking about that. Foden, Palmer, and TAA out. This is amazing news, but they don't deserve it. I don't think any of them. He's just going without. Look, there's just no place for these guys. I'm a bit shocked about John Stones going though. And Maguire. Look at Morgan Gibbs White is shocking. I can't believe it. Despite being the top scoring English player in the Premier League this season, alongside Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think did Dominic Calvert-Lewin get the ticket? I'm not sure. Bukayo Saka did. Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney. I don't know. Maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin isn't English. I don't. He's not here anyway. So it's probably a different nationality there. I'm surprised by this Konza. Gerald Konza is shocking, man. Jed Spence from Tottenham. Are you having a giraffe? John Stones is always injured. Timo Livramento. What in God's name is that? What nationality is Hall from Newcastle? Surely if he was English, he'd be on this. Dan Burn, big Dan Burn. And you don't have Maguire as well. Oh my God. Maguire's had a good season. He's done well. Reece James wasn't so long that he was injured, always in and out. So I'm not sure about the defence. I cannot see how England are going to get through it. Win a World Cup final with Jed Spence, mate. Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Eberici Eze, who only can score against Tottenham. Jordan Henderson. Kobe Maino, okay, that's a plus. But did we see the other day between Elliot Anderson and Kobe Maino, and who would you want there? Um, he's been in and out of the United team all season as well. He's not been flavour of the month. He was a bit miffed off with Ruben Amorim, and there was mootings that he leave, and there's contract issues and humming and hawing. Um, I definitely think that Thomas Tuchel's got his favourites here, and he's picked his dudes, and that's what Southgate was doing, but he was picking his own different dudes. So I think he's been self indulgent in this English squad. Anthony Gordon, he's hit or miss. Harry Kane's getting older, but top player. Um, Madueke, give me a break, man. Marcus Rashford, he will hide when the going gets tough. Ollie Watkins, okay, he done okay in the Euros the last time. Ivan Tony's barely played 2 minutes for Al Hilal. Bukayo said, "No, I'm not having this team. I'm sorry. I think he probably should have brought the two plonkers here anyway. I think Foden, you could have. Well, he's in and out. It's hard to know. Is he fit? But anyway, it's going to be a laugh when all this falls egg in its face. It's going to be a laugh, man. It really is. They are going to crash out, and he's either a genius, Thomas Tuchel, or he's an absolute fool. It's not going to be any in between here. So it should be good to watch this. Now with the whole shebang with my team, I've kind of I'm going to have a 5 man. I should try and get me a telegram up there, but I need a bit of neck oil. Excuse me about that. It's not good to be hearing the old guzzle, but I'm not a Heineken fan really at all. It was the cheapest one that you could get there. The other one's the Cruz Campo, and the other one, um, Madrid, absolutely mega money. Like, um, okay, so it's not very good. There was a time ago when the best thing to do is you can finish in the top, finish with 2,000 points, a guaranteed finish yourself in the top 300K. That's a great season. And I used to take that for granted all the time, and now look at it. That point total is absolutely chronic, and this year we've seen how the premium players have completely fallen flat on their face. Foden, Palmer, Saka to a point. Even Mo has gone off all them points. Yeah, you can contribute. We'd all have Mo, and Mo would have about. I think Mo Salah. Okay, maybe he's got half the amount of points. We'll say that he could have had in seasons gone by. I reckon it's about probably 150 points off all our totals because of Mo, and it was just father time. That's all it was. So that's the Mo effect. Now nobody is. I've heard no influencer, no nothing, and I'm the only one going on about this Mo Salah effect, and no one's mentioned it yet. So you've heard it first here. So yeah, people say, "Oh, it's not a disaster, Vince. You've still finished top 12% or whatever it is." It's to have 1.24 million players ahead of you. I'm not kind of pretending to be like a Harry or a Praz or a Andy from Let's Talk. Not at all. Like this is the Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League. I'm the guru here to take you through, as you say, and document the whole season going through because we've got a good diaspora, great community, and we've got some proper players now. The league is really, you see, there's nearly no difference. I'm really proud of all them players and all of you in there that are really still plugging away. I should plug away. I'll plug away. I am mowing a lot, but I will keep and I'll carry on plugging away. Captain Gabriel, I thought it might get a bit DEF CON. That's all this. You shouldn't be expecting against Burnley, but It was very underwhelming. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That if there was any sort of manufactured guaranteed way that Arteta says, I'm winning it 1-0. This is the ethos of Arsenal. We win 1-0s, 1-0s, based all in defence. And they're the only team in probably the whole of the world, or definitely in Europe, that can on purposely win a game 1-0 and kill and shut the game down. And there's no hope for you. You've been done, you're done, and you can't get back. It's very frustrating. You're 1-0 down, but you just can't get back. You can't win the ball. You can't get a shot off. You've got a rugged, hard team. They mastered all the dark arts. I'm not going to get into the NFL tactics and all the blocking and all the cheating that goes in. I'm not going down that road. All of you can go down that road. There's no. I'm just. It's been allowed all season, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole and conspiracy theorists because it's just no point. The older you get, the less time you have for it. But it doesn't say that it doesn't exist. There's definitely smoke there. There's massive smoke. I think there's a towering inferno going on in those Arsenal set pieces. Seriously, but I choose just to I don't know just to kind of turn a blind eye and hopefully somebody will quench that bloody fire, man. It's everyone's at it now. And it's just sickening and appalling. See every single set piece and corner just completely just I want to say an SHIT show. It's a complete whatever show now. It's done. And I want something to come in there to say that no one's allowed in the 6 yard box. It's like square ball. We can use VAR. Um, whatever. Oh, that would be even worse. You can't. Yeah, that will cause another hole. So it might be the greatest idea, but we have to figure out maybe some sort of law where you can't be encroaching and you can't be doing this sort of stuff with the keepers and blocking in NFL. So that's for another day. I didn't want to get down that road. But yeah, Bruno's reliable. He's on 20 assists now with Kevin De Bruyne and someone else. And yeah, against Brighton away, I was thinking about captain and Bruno, but sure, mostly everybody will be. And we don't know about that City team. They've got nothing to play for. Will Semenyo start? I'm disgusted with Semenyo. I really am. It's fuck it. Um, and Hall. So Dewsbury Hall, yeah, he's been okay, but I was looking through his points returns, and they do flatter a lot. They do flatter him a lot. Maybe not all that. Um, yeah, the thing on the bench, the Rogers on the bench killed me. It was between him and Semenyo, and I just damn it, damn it, and damn it, and treble damn it. So yeah, so that's that anyway. No point looking at that rubbish. So for next week, I'm so happy it's 38, and I can't wait for it to be all over and this thing move it as they say. Right. So at the moment, I'm thinking about save points for Kelleher. Now I've thought about this five-man defense, but like, yeah, I did. Right. So I've done the team here. So this is what I'm looking at a bench boost. You were sharing. Now, that might be a bit better. I think it's the same team anyway. But that's what I'm looking at now. Game week 1 next season. Raya, Dallo will play. Now these obviously are the games for game week 38. But Gabriel, Senesi, Hill, O'Reilly, if he's still a defender. If he's not a defender, I'm not having him in midfield. Mukiele is just quality. He could do anything. Definitely does it the whole lot. Defcon, clean sheets, scores the whole lot. Well, he's 4.6. He could be like the way. If you look at his figures, he's got to be 6 million next season. Mukiele, O'Reilly now, if he's still a defender, he should be 6 million. Hill now will be bumped up at least 5. Um, Senesi up maybe 6. You'll be lucky if the two of them are 5.5. Gabriel, well, there's now, and he went down, was 7 million. He took a price drop on him there. It's just so was Semenyo. Who cares about prices now at one game left? But yeah, he could be 7.5. He could be the new Trent. And all the Arsenal defense, Saliba 7, Gabriel 7.5, Raya, the dearest goalkeeper in Christendom, 7 million. And I'll have a look at Saka. He mightn't budge much from the 10 million, I'm hoping. If he's 9.5, it would be unreal. But he's been injured most of the season, and it's really worrying. He's only 25 and he's already breaking down a lot. See, and I think he's been overused by Arteta perennially, season on season, and we're running through injury. You can only do that for so long. Human body at that age, still growing and mending and repairing itself. So we'll see how Saka comes after the World Cup and whether he can sustain the whole thing and play all the games. Yeah, Bruno's fine. Gibbs White, love Gibbs White, but I'm thinking about Elliot Anderson as well. I don't like Pedro Porro because if you look at all his stats, he's had lots of zeros, lots of ones. I don't know. Maybe De Zerbi could do a bit more out of Porro. Maybe he can get, but he's very lax defensively. He does now and again. He's contributing to a goal or two here and there. And he does take set pieces as well. So I do have him for 38. Okay, fair enough. But I'm just going to stick with more DEFCON guys and dudes. And that's it now. So Calvert-Lewin, Krupi is in at the minute with Haaland. I like Krupi. He'll take Penos. Could be a cheap option. Now, Asula is still there for me. And Calvert-Lewin there is a very good punt. And who was the other dude that I like? I had two of them, haven't I? Who was the other? Who's the other? Thiago. So who was the? Yeah, DCL. Wasn't Beto, but was another cheap striker. That's very interesting to have as well. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at now anyway. So for next season. So we're all on next season, and I'm going to be playing 5 defense. There's going to be a bench boost. Krupi, DCL, and Haaland. And look, it's a 0.1, so there's no hope in hell I can get this team out. So I will have to do a bit of messing and toing and fro, and I'll probably Semenyo be in competition all the time and City, and they'll get new signings, so he's going to be massively, massively owned. I want to double think about Semenyo in this team. And even Saka. We'll just see anyway, because I know I'm going to have to free up at least 3 million somewhere. So yeah, I'll have to kind of double think. I'll probably have to we'll have to see. Like, I think that Gibbs, though, I think he's only 5.6 million at Elliot Anderson. So yeah, I don't care anyway. Bench boost this thing. Try and get ahead of Andy and Perez and Harry, and usually between game week 3 and 8, they do a wild card. I am assuming we're all going to get double chips again. So I'll wild card into what they're doing. I'll try and find a way to keep ahead of at least one of them out of the 3. And then wildcard, when they wildcard into a team if can afford their team value, and just copy all the way. I want to do my hard work and try and keep, if you can just keep ahead of these guys for 6 or 7 game weeks, build up some sort of a lead. I know it's hard. They mightn't bench boost in the first game. If they bench boost, which they probably will, some of them will, then you kind of do I will I have to copy these guys from the start? But I don't want to do that. I want to be able to prove to myself I can get ahead of these guys till game week 6 and then wild card into what they're doing and then freewheel all the way and just copy them word for. I'm not sitting around here anymore stressing about picks. All I have to do 10 minutes before deadline, keep an eye on their deadline streams, see what the leaks are, jump on whatever, and just, you know, job done. I know it's terrible, but loads of people are cynically copying everybody else now. It's a complete joke. You've got people out there that have no problem copying and just, you're entitled to do it. Anyone is entitled to create accounts. There's no law against copying influencers because they send out the information. There you go, have the information. So yeah, but it's just like what you call is a ethically, there's like morally, it breaks all them codes and barriers. And but if you can get over that, that infuriates the people that are ruled by ethics and morals. I used to be ruled by ethics and morals, and this will test me. Can I keep to the plan? Can I be disciplined? Can I jump on then what they're doing? And then guarantee my rank and just do that. I'm sure people have been doing that this season. And now they're sitting on 10K ranks and oh, I'm a top 10K player. Oh, I'm a top 1,000 player. Haha. And you know, oh, and they'll jump around there and all that. And I think we'll slowly get past that. More every season upon every season, there's less and less people now worried about this baloney. And soon you'll be the last guy in the room and you're the one that's going to have to turn the light off. That's when you'll notice that everyone's gone and you're done. And you're left holding the baby. So I'm not going to listen. That's just the sign of the times. And also, these dudes will have a paywall, and we'll have to be subscribing our £5 or £10 a month so that we can get access to the deadline stream. Now, I know the knee jerk they've been toying around, and a lot of the influencers now have a member stream, and that's popular. And you can't click in unless you pay a couple of quid. I do to one or two from just football reasons who do watch-alongs. So they have member streams, so I can get in that, and I can also appear on their show or whatever. And I've done once or twice. I like having that, but this is different. You don't appear on Andy's show or Raptor's show or whoever's show. And they have to do it. They have to start taking advantage. There's over 13 million players now. There used to be only 9 million, 8 million, 6 million there used to be. It's nearly double that it was 12, 10 years ago. So there's a massive amount of money, and people want to have win their mini leagues. There's big money in mini leagues now. People are winning thousands in mini leagues, and they're all doing probably what they're going to, if they can just get the right influencer that's going to have the big season. A lot of them top 300K, some 650K, but they're normally the ones you wouldn't be following. It's the ones that you want. Harry, not Pratt had not a great season by his records. He thinks I think he was always a top 10K player. Andy's had a breakout massive, but it rewarded boring players, boring picks, and safety first bull, and that's any year Andy from Let's Talk was ever going to have a good year was in a year like this where nothing banged. And he finally got off Saka. That was probably the only thing that stopped him from winning the whole thing was his bias to Saka until you have to get rid of him. But he's made a lot of good calls because they're boring calls, and he's always right. Boring calls make you the points. And that's it. We've learned the lesson now, Andy. You've won, mate. We've learned the lesson. I'll jump on this guy, and I'm gonna do him, man. I'm telling you. This season, I swear to God, I'm finishing above. I don't care if he is second. I'm gonna be first. Heard it here first now. So let's have a quick look here now. Don't want to be here all day. I think it's only about 35 minutes gone. Brilliant if that's the case. So Neil Lacers Carney has took quite good control of the Christy Nic to hopefully win his first title. It's a massive one as well. The first Christie. His brother Ja won it a couple of years before. So 56 isn't a great score, something similar to what I got. For most people, the safety was about 64, 66. All his chips used. So mostly everybody's used their chips now. And Neil is top 28K, which is a phenomenal achievement. So going forward, yeah, Grove is fine. All the Brighton are good. Okay, O'Reilly's not banged over the last while. Will he start against Villa at home? Who knows? I think Foden should start, I would say. Cheer him up after the World Cup omission. So he couldn't big him up enough. But a lot of people will say, well done, Pep, being Spanish. You've just destroyed one of England's brightest talents that he's got to a point where he's not even making the team squad for England. Now, oh, he's my son. Oh, that is that's complete baloney. And why do people fall for that? He's sabotaged the English player there in Foden anyway. I don't care. He can't be that bad to have been dropped, and something must be going on with him anyway. Is there? I think he's mentioned family or outside influences and issues and here and there, and I don't know. It's just like, what do they say with golfers? Whenever they were getting divorced, they got to the golf club and they played better and they played freer, and it was like, oh, a rebirth. It's not nothing's happened to Phil, of course, that way. I don't think, or whatever. He's got a few. Maybe the kids now are about 4 or 5 now, and they're starting to demand more from their dad. I don't know what's happened to Foden, but yeah, Pep Guardiola has not been, a fairy in his career. He's not been a bit of a, I don't think so. There's something going there. So Tavernier again didn't return. Darlow, okay. There was a straight call made by Neil. A lot of influencers went for Bruggen, and they had so many chances, Brighton, in that game up in Ellen Road. And it was just one of them 1-0 crashing, bang and wallop, smashed. And right at the end, smash and grab by Leeds and DCL. So I was happy it went in anyway. It could have been a lot worse with the rank, but who knows? So what's the story? 2,312. So yeah, it's a healthy 18-point lead for Neil. It's going to be very. I don't think it's still like, I think a 20-point lead is surmountable. So 18, yeah, could be. It just depends what the story here with Dave. Straight away. See, they both have Casemiro, and it looks like that he won't be playing away to Brighton, I don't think. So there's only Thiago there of a differential between them. Okay, Justin is a bit of a differential. Grobe is there sure. There's one or two there. Whether it's enough for Dave McNamara to overturn that, I'm not so sure. And if he goes Gabriel again, it's definitely not. He's either going to have to take a punt to win this, figure out something. We'll have to see anyway. Senesi and Bournemouth are still going for the Champions League, so they could be worth a punt to play. So yeah, we'll have to see. Top 51K for Dave McNamara, great season there. Stevie Nolan, a little bit behind, so 18 plus, so that's 16, so it's 34 or so behind behind Neil Lacers Carney, so nothing's going to happen there. Stevie finishing the proper. So the top three are more or less confirmed. Congratulations, guys. Good 64 from Stevie. Hughie Carney Jr., I presume 230k. Can he keep ahead? 5 points between Owen there and 12 between Joey, three-time winner. Now, whoever finishes fourth gets the Kirkclap Memorial Cup. It's more like a consolation prize in a way. Well, I used to hate a fourth place. It's going back to Sonia O'Sullivan in the Olympics and being beaten by them three Chinese. And they ran around, and the three of them just kept together like as if they were all sisters. And Sonia's there about 20 meters behind, and it's just like so sad to see her falling back and back and back. Yeah, the fourth place, forget it, man. Just forget it, man. That's all I can say. But a memorial to my friend who passed away in California, San Diego. Yeah, Kirkclap. So don't need to go too much. It's more or less sieved out now. Here, it's a little bit. It's a lot more closer here now. Down to everyone down to Rory Harford. There's not much. There's 20 or 30 odd points between fifth and Rory there. So that's where the hats are at the moment. Rory there, a former winner, I think in 23, Jan 24, Joey in 25, and 26. Well, at the moment it's Neil Lacers Carney. So the Carney Mafia and Barcloon are flying. And Jack Malone there, 70, good, very good. He still got a bench boost to play, so still a bit more. You could jump into the hats there. Mad to have a bench boost, but he'll need a good bench boost there. He's 16 down already on Rory, so points in the bag is what you want. So can Jackie get the hat? Morgan Rogers and Watkins. Well, I'm not so sure now. They will be fully primed against City away after all the beer and on that queue. Excuse me. I shouldn't be encouraging drinking, but I'm off work. I'm off the weekend. I don't care. So we'll have to see now. You'll have to weigh it up because this game week 38 is going to be a right laugh. Will even O'Reilly play? Lewis Potter will play. Will Gabriel play? They've got PSG coming up. Does Declan Rice need all the minutes? Will Raya's going for the all-time clean sheet record. I think he's got 19 clean sheets, so he wants 20, and I think he'll get the all-time record. So he might play. So Rogers and Watkins, will they play? They'll surely drown them in beer after their win against whoever it was. Freiburg or something in Istanbul. 3-0. I didn't watch the game. I just saw it when I was at a gig. I was going past the pub. And nice KFC in hand as well. Iota were playing. Love Iota from Bristol. Yeah, and that's all I saw. Just Unai Emery there smiling and grinning. He's a Europa League champion winning manager he's won about 1 million of them, Oh, I'm very good at being second best. That's the mentality. The Champions League is where it's at. Like, yeah, you win the Europa, but now we seem to be, oh, look, it started with West Ham, really, didn't it, with that Conference Cup? When everybody saw what they did, Tottenham followed suit then with the Europa, and now they're all at it now. And I find it laughable now that a team that finishes 17th wins the Europa and beats all the champions of all the other Mickey Mouse countries involved in it. So there's a lot to be said now where the direction of UEFA's competitions are going because they're helping the English clubs more than they're helping anyone else. To the point where we'll have 6 Champions League if Villa finish 5th. It looks like Bournemouth, and if Bournemouth lose and Brighton win, then Brighton get the goal difference Champions League 6th place. So I think both teams, Brighton and Burnley, or it's not Burnley, Bournemouth and Brighton definitely deserve, probably the Champions League crack. But it's a shocking thing, man. Europe must be scratching their head. But they would have been alerted with the Man United Spurs situation in Europa where the two teams at the bottom, it's just got to the final. Look, years ago when God was a boy around my age, we definitely had champions. We had cup winners. If you won the FA Cup, you went into the UEFA Cup or whatever it was, Cup Winners' Cup, and the UEFA Cup was more like that second place spot or whatever in the league, and the Champions League was the Champions League. So, but it's all money now, so I admit that's the way to go. But that won't help Jackie Maloney there. He's got a bench boost. So all of these guys, I'm not sure if all of them will play. Ryan will play, Hill will play, Nico will play, but I don't all that well. Dewsbury Hall will play, Bruno will play, Lewis Potter will play, Thiago will play. So it's a tricky one with the bench boost. He's got two free transfers, so would I be taking out Rogers and Watkins and try and play two dudes that will definitely play like Bowen and or DCL versus somebody? He'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, it's a risk. It's a very funny who's got whatever's got to play will be the ones to pick. Kyle Crumpet Carney, 66, clickety click. Good season. Has he got a chance for a hat? 21.69. Not massively. That's 21 points down. That's a lot to make up on Rory Harford. He won't be. And Park highlighted a good season. He's done his triple captain on Gokares. Oh, what a killer! That is a complete killer. That is, and that was one where all the main influencers were on. Who was on it? Your dude, Adam and Baker, that do the above average FPL podcast. Baker did a Captain Gokares, but Andy from Let's Talk did a Captain Gokares as well. And a few of them, that was going around the influencers. And not only that, he's used a triple captain and Gokares, so it's a complete bummer. That's stalled the season. Still got 60 points, way more than what I got. And it could have been 80. Well, if you just threw it on, well, Haaland, I suppose. Yeah, 18 points. That would have been absolutely. It's just, you've got to be awful careful. Did Pa really have to go from hero or zero on that game week? I'm not so sure. It's just such a momentum buster when something like that goes bang, especially this late in the season. It's like getting a flat, around the corner from the winning line. And it doesn't matter what you do, you're stopping. And the rest of them are just behind you and you're done. Lee Chambers has dropped back a bit, 52. Ouch, Gokares. Yeah, that's another one that got the Gokares Kool-Aid there. 52 around where I was. It's a bummer. 80 from John. Very hard to do, John. I've been watching John C. Help and trying to see if I could find a way to finish above this dude because I'm looking at 15th place to stay in the Top Dogs League. I'm in 20th here. Look, I'm 119. There's no hope of getting back to 31 points, isn't it? 31 points, yeah. Nah, that's done. And he's got his bench boost as well. So, yeah, John's going to be fine. Outside chance for a hash. Not really, 40 points down. So a bit of no man's land there. Liam Herr with 73. Yeah, that's the issue. I knew Liam was going to burn at least one chip anyway. He's going to burn one. He's got a bench boost and a triple captain. Looking at his team, I think the bench boost is the way to go. Because you'll have the four players on the bench, and if you get Grobe is good, Baleba meh, Canva meh against Arsenal meh. 4 free transfers can do a bit of damage. Yeah, it could be interesting. You could go and maybe rearrange that team, and I don't know if there's anyone you could be guaranteed to go mega, and will they even start in game week 38? So the triple captain could be very, very dangerous. But then again, the bench boost, will Turkey play? Well back, possibly against United. He'll probably score actually. So again, it could go either way. Baliba will play, Canva will play, Grove will play. Now Dubravka won't play because he's out of favour at Burnley. Wolves at home. So I think I'd be doing a few free transfers, get cast iron guaranteed goalies, and whoever will definitely play the last game. And yeah, maybe Saka will play the last game against Crystal Palace for minutes. Makes sense. And so with Havertz as well. Havertz could be a good punt. Um, yeah, yeah, I'd probably do the 4-3 free transfers and then bench boost and burn the triple captain for the chancer. So he's in 15th. Will he hold on to his stat? Well, Kieran Kiley, the long dog, is on the same points. He's got 74 points caught up now. Kieran is trying to avoid relegation to the underdogs. He's going about it the right way, but up against that bench boost is going to be tough to overtake. And yeah, Dango done well for him there, 15 points. Yeah, I had Dango. I got rid of him the other week before. I've got in Bruno Guimaraes now for Rogers. I hate Rogers now. I'm done with. I'll never ever own that guy. I don't care if he gets a hat trick every game. I'm never ever going near that. I cannot. After holding on to him for about 10 game weeks, getting nothing, an odd assist, and missing all them chances and hitting posts, then he does that to Liverpool. Yeah, that was this year. All you need to do is go through Morgan Rogers and when he banged a double-digit haul every 7 games. And it's always against big teams. Yeah, I'm done with it. It's probably why he went to the World Cup because he's done it against the bigger teams and done nothing against the low blocks. So, and yeah, you'll see Morgan Lyons now against low block teams, and he'll be absolutely up to nothing. So fair, good on you, England. I hope you die in that cross. So anyway, I know that's a bit salty, but there you go. I'm not happy with a couple of beers, man. It's amazing what comes out of that mouth after a couple of beers. But good stuff from Kieran. Love the Szoboszlai I'm going to have next season, and I'm thinking about Van Dijk, but I'm going to see what the money's like. He's going to be worth a lot more. It could be 8 million Szoboszlai. And he'd be taking penalties. He'll be a number 10. There'll be a vacant spot there in Liverpool. Okay, Ekitike's a long time to get back. Isak's just getting back. He should be fine after the World Cup with Sweden. So yeah, I think I love Szoboszlai. I want him in the team actually. Hopefully, I have him in the team that I've picked here. Yeah, it's gone again. Never mind. I think I have it anyway. Rory Caulfield, 43. Or sorry, Rory Rowan. Rory Rowan. Oh my God, Rory Caulfield. I'm thinking of Rory Bushty. Why aren't you in this? I think he used to be in this. No, I don't want that now. So Park Ruan, 43. Ouch, Gokares thing. Another season ruiner. And Park has dropped back a bit now into the relegation zone. So Barry Cribben has jumped up so far above me on my lovely 18th place I had for so long. Well, you can have it, Barry, because if I drop one more place, I'm getting promoted into the FPL Top Dogs. And you're getting back to where you were, Barry. Sorry, bro. You can have the rank, man. I wanted my league status. The enforcer, you can have the relegation zone, my friends. Yeah, enjoy. Yeah, have it. But look, yeah, he's had 2 unbelievable game weeks. Barry's just shot up. Wilson Evans done nothing. Szoboszlai, Anderson. Yeah, I think Anderson's a great shout. Just depends who he goes to. He will be leaving far, so I don't think he'll be. Unless he goes to United, he could be, but he could take away from Bruno's action. What he does for Forest. But then again, you see like Bruno, no, Gibbs White and Anderson are similar players like Bruno and Anderson. So I think they could work well together. And Bruno would have, Fernandez will have somebody else setting him up, as you saw what Forest did to United at Old Trafford in the 3-2. So, it would be a dream come true together. I think you could go with Anderson and Bruno. We'll see anyway. Krupi Jr., just a legend call, taking penos. Look at that for defense. Look at that for a defense, man. That's what I want next season. Raya, Senesi, Gabriel, Virgil, and Mukiele maybe. You won't go too far wrong there. Actually, this team here you have here would be very similar to what I would want for my first 11. And possibly, oh yeah, Colwell didn't go to the World Cup as well. Levi Colwell, wow, it's mad. Uh, Kelleher, Cash, Chalaba, Ray. So okay players in and about there. So that team could be very similar to what I'm going to go with game week one. So Eamon Phillips is 65. He's used it all. A -7 on Rice. So another one that got done with Morgan Rogers. Well, you just have to, give him that sort of treat. Morgan Rogers, seriously, he needs a good flaking, man. Someone flake him. Um, let's have a look now. 65. Yeah, so Virgil was the big one there. So Eamon got some Virgil juice there. I'm in 20th, so yeah, well done, well done. Yeah, so Dave Martin's done really well. He's used but all his chips by now. He's caught up more or less to where I was. That's basically what's been going on. I've been filtering down because I've got no chips and everybody's used there. So I filtered down to the league table never lies. I'm 20th. One more game week, so we'll have a crack at that. Dave Martin's had a good game week with a 70. Bruno captain, kept the faith. The Mave is in 20. So these guys are in the promotion positions for the FPL Top Dogs for next season. So 77 from the Mave. He's really flew up the table. He's done himself justice, definitely. 77 is one of the best scores you will see. A lot on the bench, isn't it? One free transfer. Yeah, I don't know if Xiao will start. He's looking to go. And yeah, if one or two of these might be an issue that will they even start. Wirtz should be back from his sickness. Trufford's okay. He will start and play. Yeah, it's fine. I think he'll go up again a few more places. It'd be hard to make the top million now. Like I think I'm about 22 or 3 points down from a top million. So the Mave is even worse. It's going to be hard to make up nearly 35 points to get even that million. Just to get the numbers down to what is it, 5 instead of 6. So not much more to 48 from Duncan Hannon. Yeah, Adam Hickey's hardly used any chips. He's burned more, and Aidan Gaffney's burned more. These guys have had great seasons. Like 5 free transfers, 4 here. It just goes to show if you're half interested, you do basically nearly where I am, and I've been fully interested for the whole season. It's just that's why it's just a complete waste of time. The more you love and enjoy something, the worse you do with it. You need to be doing what these guys, Adam Hickey and Aidan Gaffney, are doing. That's what you should be doing. Very little time. Look, he's probably stuck at the captaincy in Haaland. Like, Stevie's never in that team. Everyone got rid of him after game week 10, and nobody wanted him after that. And all these guys on the bench, you see, they're just all Baloneyville that have been there forever. So this has just been like one of those dead teams that kind of subs in here and there, and he's got 70 points for doing. It's complete. The whole game is a mind wreck, a complete 100% mind wreck that does. It's like no computer can function under these conditions because all variables are incalculable. There's nothing. There's no constants. There's nothing constant in FPL. The only constant is pain, anger, and emotional breakdown. So what you need to do is you need to do what Adam Hickey and Aidan Gaffney do, and you burn a few chips. Says, well, I got the same as you. I burn all my chips, and that's the sort of thing that you get from people. It's just it's true. When you're banging your head against a wall and nothing changes, why do you keep banging your head against the wall? What is that old adage that Einstein said? If it's yeah, the idea of madness, the definition of madness is continually doing the same thing, but achieving the same result. Well, whatever it was, achieving the same, but not achieving the same. Whatever it is, anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Oracle has faded away there. You can see he's hardly done any chips. Something happened to the Oracle. Um, Completely done him. He's doing really well, and he just faded back. It was a top 10 and top 6 and top 10, just slowly grew down, down, down. It's just like, yeah, yeah. I think he needs to. Well, maybe it doesn't. You don't need to rediscover your love for this game. I think what you can do is just 10-minute job before the deadline. Someone will remind you. All the information's out there. Everyone gives you the right information. You can even join one of the scout things, and you can go. You can become an analytical manager, or you can become a Mave or a Maverick, or you can be a complete lula like what I do. And I'm not doing it that this next season. It's not going to be lula stuff anymore. It's just going to be, as I say, two fingers to FPL. That's what I am. I'm gonna. That's what I'm doing, man. 55 for the shaky. All chips used 1.95 million, and for just yeah, you can see here and there it's 50, 77 from Jackie McGoldrick, and that's Rosie gonna be off now with the doorbell. Donny O'Brien needs a quick mention. He's 2.9 odd million. A good call. Bruno captain, lovely 84, phenomenal with Gibbs White, Haaland, Verbruggen. So you've got mostly all the calls right anyway. Xerxes, okay, came off the bench. So very good stuff. Well done, Donny. And yeah, he needs to get a few more places to stay in the underdog league. Like I was trying to explain to him on the voice chat that he needs to get to 35th, and that's 17 points down on that. It's going to be very, very tough to make up that ground. So if he goes backwards a bit more, if he loses 10 points from somewhere, he can get promoted back to where he was. It's just this season is the quirk. All the next seasons, this is just defining where we're all going to be. So you can still win the Christy Nic has a puppy. We'll go into the leagues now. There's no point going into this so much now because there's only one player I do have a check on down here. Always a laugh. Let's have a look here. I can't see him. Oh, there. Keith. Okay, 35 points. Ouch, a -8. So. Well, anyway, invested anyway. You might, if you don't make any calls, what did they say? You don't get any returns, whatever. You've got to give it a go. So that's it. Just scroll down the rest, and you all know where you are, and I can just go into the leagues before I completely croak. So the league version. So this is basically the leagues. So, uh-oh, don't do that to me. So 1 to 15 in the Christy Nicholson is safe this year. So this won't be happening next year. This is just to designate which leagues you guys are going into. And there's going to be 5 leagues at the moment because it's 20 in each league. I have 85 people. So there's 5 overflow into the Division 5, which is the dog tag league. So at the moment, Neil Lacers Carney is winning the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League on that points. So it's all designated. I suppose you could really say points don't matter, really. It's just the placement you are in the Christy. And I'm going to go by FPL. And If even if you've got the same points, we'll say, you know, look, at the moment we have the Chancer in 15th and we have Kieran Kiley in 16th. Now that Kieran's getting relegated. If this was game week 38, it's 37 now. Kieran will be getting relegated because FPL deems that he's behind, whether be it he's made more transfers than Liam over the course of the season. And then I don't know how they differentiate after that. It even goes to the number you registered it. So the quicker you register as a manager every season after its initial launch, you get a number. Your number goes from 1, 2, 3, 10,000, 100,000 up to 13 odd million players. So you'll get a registration number in the order that you registered after launch. So that's the way it goes. So I think I don't even need to focus now. Not this season, because the snapshot is next week. All I have to look at is the numbers here. But next season, how I get everyone differentiated in this league is then by the numbers. I have to go looking through, because there'll be some of you has underdogs who will have a great start, and you could be leading the Christy Nicholson. So next season I have to go by how many points you have made after game week 38. Now, it might seem complicated, but in my own mind, it's so easy. This is just like, so yeah, I'm in 20th there at the moment. So all I have to do is lose another, 11 points. Yeah, it's that's going to even be tricky to do. I'm probably going to be deserved to get relegated down anyway. I know that, but um, I could lose the 11 points. It's easy enough, but I want to do it fairly. I don't want to be doing any manipulation or kind of benching good players like Bruno or something like that, and make sure I get Thao, who's not had a DEFCON all season, throw him up away to Fulham, and then put Bruno on the bench. I could do that. I could definitely make sure I could drop. But when you look at the drop, if you drop so much, you could drop into 26th, and then the egg will be on your face. I don't know. I'll probably just play it fair. So it looks like them 5 will be going down, and they'll be replaced by Dave Martin and James and Duncan and Adam Hickey and Aidan Gaffney, who have they've burned chips. They have very little transfers, and this is the future. Like, I'm going to hold up Adam Hickey and Aidan Gaffney has the way to play FPL, to play only 2 chips, and to do this, it's mind blowing, and you can tell that they're not looking at their team. You saw the bench there. It's a complete mockery. The whole season has just been a complete, I'm going to say, a shit show. It's been a complete shit show. All ends up. So I hope you get the idea. So 20 teams per league. That's the Underdog League Division 2. So at the moment, it looks like Jack McGoldrick, Farad Tismondo, my Zimbabwe friend, Ross 118 O'Hara from Kildare, Donny O'Brien and Patrick Coffey look like they're going to get relegated into the Strays Dog League in Division 3. So you can have a look at this, stop and still, and see where you are in this vid. So it's very tight in these leagues. The point differences are massively tight, from here. So Gary Higgins could be getting promoted along with Luke Walsh, Joe Braid, Robbie McCormick, and Dara Kilkenny. So they'll go up to the Underdogs League, Division 2. So if you're in between here, there's, you're just going to stay where you are. So all I've got to do next season is that I have to see who finishes where after game week 38 now on Sunday. And then I'm going to put all of you guys into your separate groups. And then next season, after game week 6, I'll get final clarification when I close entries to the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League, because you have to be in the Christy Nic to be in the league. And then I'll see which one of you guys, and say, Darrell Hunt will still be in it, but who knows? If he doesn't click the button, he won't be in it. So his place could be took, and I'd have to kind of filter players up from the lower leagues to fill that place. So these are only provisional. This is in an ideal world. But yeah, Darren Coyne, Keith Robinson, Joshua Webb, Ethan Keane, and Joseph Lyons, they'll all get demoted into the Puppies League, Division 4. But let's say that Joey Fahey, Aidan Phillips, and Cyril Collins, and Brent Barry, and Dylan Lyons, they haven't entered. So these guys will probably have to stay where they are, and they'll just, it's because these guys get promoted. They stay because we've lost 5 players. They go up, so that means we'll have, less. All that means then in the dog tag league, they all filter up into the puppies. So this is like a filter or a filler league. So I'm hoping I have more than the 85 next season, just to guarantee that I can run the 4 leagues properly. And whoever's down here. So at the minute, like Kevin Kilbride, Sean Kilmiskey, William Nestor, Connor Keane, and Michael Waldron, or Mick, they'll all be promoted up into the Puppies League, Division 4. And Owen Dearmid and Christy and Rosmill and Mark Byrne will go down to the dog tag league. But it depends. Like I might, but I should get 80. I should get the 85. I should get a couple of more. Anyone who enters then, unfortunately, for the first time, they'll have to go straight into the dog tag league, and it will take them about 4 years to get up to the top dogs. That's just C'est La Vie stuff. That's the cruel irony of the whole lot. And of course, if you don't, say if you are a top dog and you don't play the next year, then you lose everything again. You've got to start again. So I suppose it keeps people, click that button and stay in the Christie, and you can be in this. And so like we'll say like who's a good player down there? Andy Cugnon's in 66. He's down in Australia at the moment. He's having a good time, but if he does come back home or the whole lot and he gets back into the footy, he could be a puppy, all right, but he can still win the Christy Nicholson Pub Fancy League. It's only a league in the league here. He's here, and he'll win his Puppies League because he's winning the Christy. He's got the most points. That's the interesting thing. That's when the points tally will come in massively. So you could have a massive differentiation in the Puppies League where and he could be just a few points behind, and then he could have like 200 or 300 points behind with the rest of them. It's going to be a funny old league. Look at like James Crane's in here, the snipers in here, Hussmeister, as I said, John Kelly, 2-time winner, Jerry Freely's all handy enough. This is a crazy old league, and the Puppies League is real. It looks like a real fun league. And even still, you got the baller down here, Shawnee Fitzmar. You got the winner in 2024, was it? Jarlath Hunt, the Brack Lunatic. You can't believe it. He's in here. Owen Rowe and Christy Kilcore. There's characters, man. What a bunch of characters down here. Oh, that would be a real crazy league to win, man. Full of former winners and everything. So that's what that's all about, guys. And I think it'd be fairly straightforward. I know, got a clear vision in my mind. This is going to be fine, guys. Right, so that's all we have then for you for this game week. And just keep an eye out for news. You're going to have to keep. It's 4 o'clock kickoff, so the deadline will be about 2:30 on Sunday. So I'm sure there'll be leaks. Even you might get some leaks. You might get some leaks about Arsenal because they don't care anymore. They've won the league. The whole lot's done. Who cares? One of the influencers were saying that Arsenal Twitter account that's pretty famous, he might actually leak some stuff because he wants to get his clicks up or get more subscribers because he's had tight rein all season on that Twitter account. That he might be okay for this. They've won the title. Nothing can be affected. So you could get loads of leaks. So if you're not there, guys, you're going to lose out. And you've been warned. I've warned you. It's Friday night. Everything's all right. I'm going to watch a film now. Oh, I want to watch the treble, that greatest highlights. I've got all the video and the wardrobe and everything. All those old United video cassettes. I'm gonna have to talk to the brother about cleaning them. But it's all on YouTube now. You can get everything you want on stream it now, I suppose. But um, no, I'll figure out something better anyway. But yeah, done and dusted, guys. Hopefully, I've cleared up a lot of things about the league now. I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to add a different facet, though. It's got. I feel that it's more like towards the GEA codes in a way. The All Ireland is the Christy Nic, and the leagues are the that baloney you have there, the league format before the championship, and you use that championship or something. Oh, it's gone completely. Nobody knows how it works. They've changed the football format so much. Like what I knew shows signs of the last time I was actually interested in the football championship. The last time was something about the Tain League. That in the league or something, wherever you finished, you go on the Tain. Um, and then I think there was two leagues of the top two divisions with eight in it or something. And depending on your position in it, I don't know, man. Seriously, it's done. GA football's done anyway. At least the hurling is a bit more straightforward. There's less teams in it. There's all the good teams now are in the south, all in Munster, except Galway, who are in Leinster, but they're actually in Connacht. So that's another video. Enjoy that one. There's this guy that's on Instagram and Twitter and all that, and he does all these takes about Irish accent and what we really mean when we say like and grand and all this, and then he goes into the GA stuff where it's completely Lula sort of, he went on about the Galway, what they're in Leinster, but no, they're not, and it's just, yeah, I think hurling is in a massive, massive state now where you're just going to see a multitude of Munster clubs. And now it's very exciting. I think now we've got to the stage now where we should ask Galway to go into Munster. Seriously, going to Leinster is just doing them no favours. And whatever's happened to Dublin hurling, it's not. It's done. And they can't leave Dublin and go into Munster. I think there's more room for Galway to go with. I think they should have always gone into to Munster, but it'll hold them back now. They're getting worse because the rubbish they're playing with Westmeads, and you're having a laugh, man. It's they're right beside Limerick, aren't they? Is it? No, it's Clare. Clare's in between. Sorry, but they're right beside Clare. They're right there. Like Clare and Bridge is there. Like where's Gort's just there. It's Clare. It's just there, man. And they've thrown them into Leinster with the Dubs just to see if the Dubs could improve by having one good team. And oh man, it's done, man. Is Kilkenny in? No, that's in Leinster. Okay, so Offaly's there, I suppose. I'm letting myself down now with the hurt. I know I am, but I am Irish. Trust me, I am. I should know more about this stuff, but I'm just more of a football head. Um, but I do like my guy. Don't get me wrong. Every one of you out there know how much I do love the guy. I love the football, the hurling. I have an affinity with it. One day I'll go back and do the commentary and get to know the players and get back into the scene and do the video. And well, it's hard. You have to make sure you have the right permissions and all that to do. When all that came in, which is fair enough, safeguard and all that stuff. Uh, that's right. That's right. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do things now. And you know, they were amazing days. I do admit, but I gave up I done a 10-year thing with the whole thing. Everybody knows anyway. It's I think I done it for the love and the passion anyway. All you guys know that. So I know how you feel when you be going to games and putting in all the training, like what I was doing after you done all the match. I'd be there, going through the video footage, editing, then recording onto discs, and then or just bringing the camcorder and just throwing it into the TV in the pub. And I remember clear as day going to not the Connacht, the clock, and throwing on the Ballyhaunis versus Turin win up in the pitch. Oh, I think it's 2007 or 8, one of them, or it was 6 maybe. I think one of those years. And by God, was it 2006 or was it 16? No, I got the camcorder in 2007. So it was 2007 final, I think, the Ballyhaunis bet touring. That's up. Um I have that. I have all the old DVDs. I have all the masters. Everything I did, I made sure I catalogued it away into cases and properly protected. So it's awful hard now to be, transferring CD and all that between. You need to have the proper. I've most of my equipment's broke now, and now with streaming, it's just like this. It's all on TV, and like GA now, and pay as you go, and you need to have a season ticket for the guy now, and you can get all that, but it's something terrible about our game. It's an amateur sport. Everyone's making money off it except the players. And who is the one that gets the worst injuries? Who's the one that does all the commitment? Who is the life and blood of the whole sport? It's the players. At least with the rugby lads, they're at least thousandaires, or they're close to being millionaires. They've got great contracts. They're looked after. They've got proper insurances that look after their family, the whole lot. And never mind football. I know GA will never go down football's route, cross channel and with those sort of contracts. But I think they could do something a bit similar towards the rugby model for the Ga lads, and it's just not fair. Even look at Aussie rules and the money in that, and a lot of our players have gone to Aussie and been successful. So we've really sold ourselves short, and we're only to self to blame because we've chosen to accept it. The Irish players have chosen to accept their fate, like just accept the way it is, and then that's just servitude to me. Now, yes, the supporters who used to be the players, there's an element out there that we done it, we did it for the love of the shirt and the Celtic cross. As for we, don't be so arrogant and ignorant and greedy. So it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy, that but times have changed, everything's gone on, and I don't think you would lose the love and passion of the whole games if it just looked after the players more. But that's another rant. Okay, God bless you all. I hope you're all safe. Enjoy the football and be glad when it's all over. I get the final snapshot of game week 38. Um, I love the league format. I'm probably going to be an underdog next season. Bummer. Um, but win that underdogs league and then get promoted. That's where I want. Look after yourself, lads, and each other. I was the guru. Take care, guys. God bless, and be safe out there. Enjoy the weather. Weather is absolutely phenomenal over here. 33 degrees, I think. We have a bank holiday Monday. It's the spring. Is it or summer? Must be the spring. No, I can't. It's some sort of equinox. Enjoy, guys. God bless. Go out.